Hi, and welcome to Math 094, Section 62, Intermediate Algebra Online for the Fall 2021 semester. My name is Carrie, and I am your instructor this semester. This course has been redesigned from recent years. So if you took this 094 course in the last couple years, this is a completely different setup. It is back to a traditional A, B, C, D, F grading where you need a C or above to pass and move on to your next course. Again, my name is Carrie, and it's fine if you address me that way. Here is my Heartland email. This is important for getting a hold of me either via email or Canvas message is also a good way to get a hold of me. My office phone and office number are listed here, but I am teaching totally online this fall. So dropping by my office or calling my office phone are not great ways to get a hold of me. Email, Canvas message is preferred. My office hours are all virtual because of that via Zoom, and you can see the days and hours here. Monday, Wednesday from 9:30 to 11 and Tuesday, Thursday from 10 to 11. And of course, you can, if those times don't work for you, you can ask me and we can set up a alternate appointment. These are just times that I am definitely online with my Zoom room open, and you're welcome to just drop in. Here's my Zoom link or the ID numbers to type in if you need to. I'm going to skip a little bit of this information, the boring parts for you, and get to the more important parts. As far as what's required, you obviously need a computer or some kind of a device to be accessing Canvas and Alex, which is the program that is embedded inside of Canvas where you actually do your work. Here's the URL for getting straight to Canvas. You also need a webcam or a smartphone for Zoom meetings and for taking tests. So you need Zoom, and you definitely need Zoom on your phone or tablet because that's what you will use as your camera when we are testing the two proctored tests for the semester, but it's also good to have it on your computer for tutoring visits and things like that. And again, here's the URL for that. You're also going to be asked to download the Canvas app and a scanner app onto your phone so that you can access Canvas on your phone, so you can get your Canvas messages from me very quickly. And there are all kinds of scanner apps out there. You will be needing to use this to submit your written work. So even though it's an online course and you enter your answers online, as far as tests and quizzes, those you don't receive points for unless you also submit your written work. So that's important. Those scanner apps are really simple to use once you get one. And then you're going to need some kind of a notebook to write your work in, or just loose leaf paper, but you need some kind of paper and a pencil or pen. Totally optional would be a hard copy book. The book is online. The book is very easy to access right whenever you're in a problem. You can click on the exact textbook page to go there. I find that easier at this point than flipping through pages trying to find the correct place. So the hard copy is totally optional. And so is a calculator. You're welcome to have a scientific calculator if you would prefer, but Alex, the online program, also provides a calculator on any problem where you might need it. So a calculator you don't even have to purchase. Being totally online, we're going to be relying heavily on technology. So having a reliable computer with internet access is very important. That webcam or smartphone for the videoing is important. A printer is beneficial but not completely necessary. The scanner, and when we say scanner, we don't mean an actual office scanner. We mean some kind of an app on your phone for scanning. And Zoom for video conferencing. So you have to have that. Just be aware that technology does sometimes fail us, but it's not necessarily an acceptable excuse to have late work. You need to have a backup plan in case you temporarily lose internet access or if your computer stops working. So have your contingency plan ready to go. Can you hotspot your phone? Can you go to a friend's house? Can you go to the library or Heartland's campus? We've got a math center on campus and a tutoring center, both where you could go and use our computers to work. So just saying my computer's on the fritz is not necessarily an acceptable excuse. Okay, as far as testing goes, there are 5 exams in the class, 3 unit exams, a midterm, and a final. We expect all students to be aware of our academic integrity at Heartland, and cheating is absolutely not okay. We take it very seriously. However, since we are still under COVID precautions and having limited time on campus, some of our tests are taken at home on your own time, unproctored, and the 2 tests, the midterm and the final, are still online via Zoom, but they are proctored. So you can see in this chart here, tests 1, 3, and 4 are not proctored, and you can find any 2-hour time frame that you can have quiet alone in your house, in your basement, wherever you're going to take it, where you're quiet, you have your quiet space. And then the 2 proctored ones, the midterm and the final, I'm making those exams a bit shorter since you will be sort of, I don't want to say boxed in, but you will have to make one of the 2 available Zoom sessions that I'm offering. So I'm only asking you to be available during a specific time for a single hour. And those dates are already set, and I'll show those to you in a minute. So I would just right now at the very beginning of the semester, write down which one of those you want to attend and go ahead and start working with your work, whoever you need to get one of those hours off. When we are taking these 2 proctored exams, that's the main choice, the online proctored via Zoom during one of the 2 available time slots that I'm offering. There is a secondary choice if you absolutely cannot make either proctoring session. Not just because it's a slight inconvenience, but it's absolutely cannot be done. Then you may take your exam at the Heartland Testing Center on campus. This is a new option that we did not have, so we cannot necessarily just take advantage of it so much that they take it away from us again. That's what we don't want to happen. If you cannot make one of those Zoom testing times, you have to let me know at least a week before the exam date, because I have to submit forms and we have to get it all worked out with them so that they're expecting you. And it's a bit of a process. So you absolutely cannot, on the day of the exam, request to take it in the testing center. That won't work. Even if I was okay with it, the Heartland Testing Center is going to say no to me requesting that for you. So you just have to very much look ahead to see those dates and times and whether they will work for you or not. And again, they're listed below, so you'll see those. I'm not going to read through all the learning outcomes of this course, but all of these are outcomes that you will master going through the course. In the course, you're going to do work in the ALEX program. You are going to have quizzes and exams and weekly discussion questions. So you will be graded on all those. Again, just a list of outline the topics we're going to be covering. As far as attendance, how does attendance work in an online class? So in this class, you have 2 attendance points each week. So you can either earn 2 attendance points or you can lose 1 or 2 during a week. So the first point is your work in ALEX. You have to complete at least 60% of your weekly objectives and complete either the quiz or the test each week. So each week ends with either a quiz or a test. So that's worth 1 attendance point, completing your ALEX work. The other point is submitting a meaningful response to the weekly discussion prompt. Okay. So you could, again, get either 1 absent, you could get 0 absences if you do everything, 1 absence, or 2 absences in a week, with 4 absences being the same as missing 2 weeks of class. If you hit that, or if you go over that 4 absence limit at any time, you may be withdrawn from the course because that indicates that you are missing too much class time and too much content. If you have not logged in at all and participated meaningfully, so submitted some work by August 27th, that's 2 weeks into the class, then you will automatically just be dropped from the class and you will receive a refund. If you haven't attended at all for the first 2 weeks, that is not a good indication of success, and we will remove you from the class, and hopefully it would work for you better to get started fresh a different semester. And any kind of larger extended absences or sicknesses or anything like that would just be discussed on a personal one-to-one manner between me and you. Midterm policy is basically the same, is that if you have hit or went over that 4 absence limit by the midterm date, then you will just automatically be dropped at midterm. I will always update you in Canvas. You will get marked absent, or present or absent throughout the week. So, and I will send you messages if you're starting to rack up absences. You should never find yourself in a situation of being withdrawn without notice. I will always give you notice. I will be asking you what's going on. Why are you missing so much? Is there anything we can do to get back on track? And only if it's just there's no indication that you are going to continue working in the course will you be withdrawn. I'm going to take a short break here in the video and pick up in a second part to finish going through this syllabus.